The prophetic family, the family of Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, is called the Hashemite family after his grandfather Hashim bin Abd Munaf. Let us now speak a little about Hashim and his descendants. 1. Hashim, as we have previously mentioned, he was the one responsible for giving food and water to the pilgrims. This had been his charge when the sons of Abd Munaf and those of Abd Adar compromised on dividing the charges between them. Hashim was wealthy and honest. He was the first to offer the pilgrims sopped bread and broth. His first name was Omar, but he was called Hashim because he had been in the practice of crumbling bread for the pilgrims. He was also the first man who started Quraysh's 2 journeys of summer and winter. It was reported that he went to Syria as a merchant. In Medina, he married Salma, the daughter of Amr from Bani Adi bin Najjar. He spent some time with her in Medina, then he left for Syria again while she was pregnant. He died in Gaza in Palestine in 497 AD. Later, his wife gave birth to Abdul Muttalib and named him Shayba for the white hair in his head. Ibn Hisham 137, Ramat al-Ilamin 126,224, and brought him up in her father's house in Medina. None of his family in Makkah learned of his birth. Hashim had 4 sons, Azad, Abu Saifi, Nadla and Abdul Muttalib, and 5 daughters Ash-Shifa, Khalida, Daifa, Ruqya and Jana. Ibn Hisham 1172. Abdul Muttalib. We have already known that after the death of Hashim, the charge of pilgrims' food and water went to his brother al-Muttalib bin Abd Munaf, who was honest, generous and trustworthy. When Abdul Muttalib reached the age of boyhood, his uncle al-Muttalib heard of him and went to Medina to fetch him. When he saw him, tears filled his eyes and rolled down his cheeks. He embraced him and took him on his camel. The boy, however, abstained from going with him to Makkah until he took his mother's consent. Al-Muttalib asked her to send the boy with him to Makkah, but she refused. He managed to convince her, saying, "Your son is going to Makkah to restore his father's authority, and to live in the vicinity of the sacred house." There in Makkah, people wondered at seeing Abdul Muttalib, and they considered him the slave of Muttalib. Al-Muttalib said, "He is my nephew, the son of my brother Hashim." The boy was brought up in Al-Muttalib's house, but later on Al-Muttalib died in Bardman in Yemen, so Abdul Muttalib took over and managed to maintain his people's prestige and outdo his grandfathers in his honorable behavior, which gained him Makkah's deep love and high esteem. Ibn Hisham 1137,138